Hey there, friends. I put a video out yesterday on the second Republican debate that they had, and I was talking about the Hispanic chick that really got the only Second Amendment question out there, got it wrong, and pitched it with bad data to back it up. Well, it would appear that in some cases I'm not much better than her. Now, granted, she's a journalist and I'm not, but I got my information wrong. What was my critical piece of information that I got wrong? I got it wrong where she was from. I assumed because she was with Univision that she was Mexican. She's actually from Colombia. The chick's name is Ilia Calderon. Ilia Calderon. Calderon. Easy for me to say. This is what she had to say in the debate.
A Univision poll found that mass shootings and gun safety are one of the most important issues for Latino voters. Mental health concerns are not unique to the United States, but gun violence is.
Once again, mental health concerns are not unique to the United States, but she said that gun violence was. It's a lie. As I showed yesterday, assuming she was from Mexico, I was incorrect. My bad. I apologize to those of you out there that had your feelings hurt and it really got to you. Some of you got really upset about that. So my bad. Let me say real quick, don't put me on that pedestal. I'm no journalist. Don't paint me with that broad brush. I'm a better person than them, but I am no journalist. I am my staff. I am my own staff. I have nobody doing this for me. So that was a mistake on my part. My bad. And I should have double checked on where Ilia Calderon was from. However, she's incredibly wrong. And yesterday, thinking she was from Mexico, I pointed out all the headlines from Mexico that proved she was either ignorant, stupid, or lying. Because I showed how many times Mexico had these shootings rampantly across the country. Well, I decided to dig a little bit deeper since you guys called me out on it, and I like to be right. I do prefer to be right, and I feel bad when I'm wrong. I figured, okay, let me do a little bit of digging. I'm going to get more data out there instead of just headlines. Well, of course, I pulled out plenty of headlines along the way, with Colombia having a horrible, horrible record as far as, quote, gun violence. This girl either lives on a boat off the coast in the Atlantic somewhere, or the Pacific, or else she's lying, or she doesn't pay attention to what happens back at home in good old Colombia. Let me explain a little bit. First, I wanted to get my information right on the United States. So I pulled this chart up, and I'm going to try to post this link down into the description down below, because it's a pretty interesting link that will break down different data with gun deaths by country. So I wanted to show you the United States. This is the place that she said, quote, gun violence was unique to. In other words, it don't happen nowhere else. And if it doesn't happen anywhere else, at least the United States should be the worst, right? Okay, so the United States has 4.12 gun deaths by country. Now, this includes suicides, which we know is well over half of the gun-related deaths in the United States, right? So 4.2 per 100,000. Let's take a little peek at our friends in Colombia. Oh, this can't be right. That can't be right. Little bitty old country like that, 24.8 per 100,000. Man, I tell you what, I'm not too good at math. But the last I checked, 24.8 was about, and I'm just guessing here because I might be wrong, about 6 times higher than 4.12. So the rate of gun deaths by country is 6 times higher in Colombia than it is in the U.S. So you tell me, was Ilia lying? Was Ilia making this up to try to fabricate a story and get people to vote a certain way? Or is she just ignorant and stupid? And I use those terms interchangeably because I realize that you can be ignorant and not stupid, or stupid and not ignorant, but I think this is a case of willful ignorance. I believe she chose to not know this information so that she could spew and vomit this bad information right here. And while we're at it, let's take a real quick look, because since I assumed originally that she was from Mexico, let's see what's worse or better. Oh, well, looky here. Mexico is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th in the world at 15 per 100,000 gun deaths. Colombia is 24. So Colombia is almost 10 percentage points higher, 10 points per 100,000 higher than Mexico. So it's way worse than I even thought it was yesterday. My point in all of this is, you know how we hear the phrase all the time, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones? This broad right here lives in the glassiest of glass houses, and she's tossing big old handfuls of rocks out the window, and she's about to tear her place down. I suggest she takes her Univision folks and goes down to Colombia and figure out why you either don't know that the rate of gun deaths in Colombia is 6 times higher than the US is, or stop lying about it. Because one of those two is taking place. And I corrected my error. Girlfriend, I want you to correct yours now.
God save the Queen, man.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
He's